Let's go.
All right. G'day, everyone. Welcome back to the Snake Catchers podcast. I'm Brett, and I'm here, of course, with Dan, as always. Back with another catch-up episode today. I'd say this is probably going to be the last full episode for a catch-up, I'd say,
I
before
think so.
the season ends,
Yeah.
where we've actually, got a few calls to talk about. I'd say moving forward from now, there'll be the odd one here and there, but we probably won't get a full episode out of it.
Nah, we'll to change our content strategy.
We'll have to change it. I'd say we'll do a full season recap at some point after
Yeah.
when it actually fully ends, which we might have a couple to talk about. But
I was gonna say probably able to have a fair bit of like a few episodes worth of just recapping.
yeah,
what we
absolutely,
did and all that sort of stuff,
absolutely,
so.
yeah, and just talk about calls that we may not have spoken about on here.
Yeah,
Did before we started this as well.
So we don't talk about every call out we go to. Even if we do catch and whatever, we just sort of pick the better ones to talk.
Yeah, absolutely.
So we probably, if we were to go back over a few, then we'll probably add a recap on ones we didn't talk about.
There's only a few from the start of the season that we could talk about for sure.
Yeah,
for sure. But yeah, another catch up, so I might as well get straight into it. One from Birdwood, which was again probably not long after we recorded the last couple of episodes. I'd been out to this place before for another redbelly, which was last season, and it was actually, I'd send you this, it was exactly a year to the day that I went back out to this place for another redbelly, which was a bit unusual, but yeah, exactly a year later.
It's funny how it works.
I went back out for another redbelly. This one was seen by the dogs sort of cruising along the front of the house, along the big glass front doorway. Dogs saw it, barked at it from the inside as they do, and sort of scared it under the barbecue that was sitting in the corner.
Yeah.
Bloke rang me, can you come out? Yeah, all good, just keep an eye on it. And again, I'd been out there, so I knew he was going to do that. And he said, yeah, it's just sort of come along and it's gone into the barbecue. Well, okay, this might be an interesting one then. Got out there. I was home, luckily, so it only took me 15 minutes to get out there. But by the time it had come out of the barbecue and just sitting underneath it. So I was just curled up under there, which made for a lot easier of a catch compared to having it in the barbecue. But it would have been interesting to have it in the barbecue because that would have stirred people up on social media if I had posted that.
Yeah.
But again, probably a metre long red belly. It wasn't huge, wasn't small. He was pretty fired up, like coming out from underneath the barbecue, because it was sort of in the corner of the house and the barbecue was here. I just sort of poked him out from one side and he went straight down the wall of the house.
Yeah.
But as I got up to go towards him to tail him, he sort of threw a coil back towards me. And so I stopped and stood still, and he ended up going between my legs. And I ended up tailing him between my legs before he went out the other side and into the garden bed.
Yeah.
It was the first time I'd done that on a call out, tailing one between my legs. But like again, as I stepped up on him, he obviously just reacted to the movement of me coming up behind him. And again, as soon as I stood still, he just would have gone straight through my legs and kept going.
Yeah.
But yeah, I feel like that was a good time to grab him and bring him out. And as soon as I grabbed him and just rested him on the ground, he was fine.
Yeah.
He came out a bit spicy, but as soon as I had him, he was just sort of.
They normally calm down.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I've done that a few times where they're just in that situation where they sort of see you and they make a run for it and they just go between your legs.
Yeah.
And
Grab
them.
I'm pretty sure that's the first time I've actually caught one while it was going between my legs and then got him back out.
I've done it before where you sort of stop and you can hear them.
Yeah.
And you sort of stop and they actually legit come towards you.
Chase you.
Yeah, chase you. Sort of unintentionally coming towards you because they don't know you're there because you're standing still.
Yeah,
and they literally go across your boots and you're like,
they can grab them nice.
They literally come to you. Doesn't happen very often, but
no, but it's nice when it does.
Yeah,
it's nice when it does to make it just that little bit more simple.
Yeah,
for us.
Simple's good.
But that was a nice sort of easy one. Again, interesting situation, and there's plenty of places along the river in Birdwood that
Mm.
I can take him to release him. Again,
Yeah.
compared to last season when it was bone dry,
Yeah.
it's still got plenty of water in it. So yeah, just took him out of town a little bit and along the river, and he was good to go. It was a nice clean red as well, like no scarring or anything on him.
It's nice to see that because you don't obviously because of what they eat too, they get lumps and
Lumps and
stuff on it.
parasites, and
Yeah,
yeah,
they kind of don't look as good as they should, but
it's nice to when you get a good clean one.
it's normally when you get those like that are only like a couple years old. Like obviously fresh ones look good, but
Yeah,
like those couple year old sort of ones, a lot of the time
look pretty good.
look
Yeah,
nice, yeah, because they're sort of pretty clean.
it's hard to come across a decent sized one that's not a bit beaten up.
Yeah, which
Yeah,
you think once again what they've been
what
through
they've been
to get
through.
that size, but
Yeah, for
um,
sure.
yeah, most of mine talk about a bloody hatchies. I only got one that was like a sub adult, and the other a few are hatchies. But yeah, the first one was out at Freeling. And this is through the council. It was they said this is where like not miscommunication, but people's ideas of sizes of snakes all vary so
Oh,
much
so much.
because they told me juvenile, and when I get told juvenile, I think like a foot long sort of thing, like
Yeah,
around that.
anything from a year or under.
Yeah, and then then realize like, and I'd sort of just, I mean, you say juvenile with like hatchie's a juvenile, but like normally just a hatchie's a hatchie, and
Yeah,
juvenile
yeah.
is like a bit bigger than that.
Hatchie, juvenile, sub-adult.
Yeah, but yeah, this guy from the council rang me and said, I was on it in someone's front yard, and then it went out into the road. So then they called the council. So then that's where the line obviously is between public and
Yeah.
public and private or whatever. And yeah, he gave me a buzz, and when he was describing it, I'm like, oh, and then he said like 30 centimeters. I'm like, oh, there's a chance of being there. Probably not great. We're just gonna take off.
Yeah.
It still was a warmish day. Anyway, went out there. Yeah, Will came with. And got out there, and I think the dude rang and said that, oh, it's gone down into a drain.
I remember you telling me this.
Yeah, I'm like, oh, yeah, we'll see what. And then by then we're on the road. He's like, I'll just come out anyway if you can. Just I've already called you out, so you
Just
come out.
make sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And yeah, got out there and lifted had a bit of a look around, but obviously lifted the drain lid or whatever, and we had to poke around in there, and the little fella was down there. So I managed to get, and he was literally just a fresh.
And he was actually, wasn't
yeah,
he?
like fresh
Yeah.
hatchie. So like, again, like would have been like 150 mil long,
Tiny.
and they're sort of saying 30 centimeters,
Yeah.
which makes you think like there's no chance. But if a smaller snake like that gets down into a spot like that, they probably really make sense that he just sort of stay where he was.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, it's a funny sort of area there, like in Freeling. I think it's a new housing estate there, but across the road is like a massive wetlands.
Yes.
thing.
Yeah.
So like quite often people you see them on the bloody community chats and stuff and saying, "Oh, be mindful of snakes" and sort of thing. Like they're not allowed to live there or something.
Yeah.
Like just like literally a habitat.
Yeah. You build,
So
like it's a man-made habitat for them essentially.
Yeah.
Like,
exactly.
and out there in particular, a big old bloody water body. Like,
yeah, for being out there. So yeah, you almost want to release it in there, but just can't. So even the council dude's like, oh, you just let him go over there, and the wetlands went, nah, I'd love to. I said, nah, I'd love to, but no, we can't.
at least it was a hatchie.
It
so
was, yeah. Had a bit of leeway.
It needs to find its place anyway.
They actually, like, if considering it's cropping around that old town, I've managed to find a few spots that are actually good.
That's all right.
Around there, which is surprising.
Yeah.
Because I've done a few hatchies out there the last couple of weeks, actually.
Mm.
We'll talk about another one in a minute. It was also Freeling. And you sort of think, yeah, when you first go out there, you're like, oh, bloody hell. But I've now pinpointed a few spots
Yeah, nice.
out there now.
Nice.
So, yeah, it was, pretty straightforward call, I guess.
No, yeah, he sort of just got himself stuck down there and you're able to get him out easily. So,
yeah, it's the difference between like the Light Council and Barossa Council too, though. Like Barossa Council, I never really get calls from the Barossa Council because they just have a different mindset on it. They sort of people will get a call, like people will say something about it, and they'll go out there and put a sign up.
yeah.
I mean, I can't really knock the approach, really, to be honest. like a lot of the time, the snake would just move on. They just go out there and put a sign up saying they saw a snake.
Yeah.
The snake
Yeah.
was seen, and like I actually don't have an issue with that at all. But then like the light council seem to have a different approach where they see one, they get you to come out anyway
Yeah.
and have a
okay.
look, sort of thing.
Yeah.
Which much of a muchness really. It's just it's
Yeah.
funny. It's just interesting the different approaches by different councils, sort of thing. We're sort of be 50-50 on what council we sort of go to, because Barossa Council sort of goes more out this almost out where
Yeah.
goes like it's under near Angus, and then it goes out like Springton, Mount Pleasant, Williamstown,
Yeah.
out there.
Yeah.
And then
The light council sort of the other side.
yeah, and light council's sort of like actually closer than you think. It's like not far away from where my house is.
Yeah.
Is like the highway there's pretty much where
Highway,
it swaps
Kapunda,
and out there.
Yeah.
So we sort of is like 50-50 between what councils we deal with, but yeah, just funny different mental or different protocols they have.
Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah.
Like when I've done Barossa ones, I've never had a person been out there with me to like see what's going on or anything. But the light council, they go out there first and have a look, and if it's still there, they keep an eye on it, and then we come out.
Yeah.
So it's kind of a better way in that way, but
Yeah.
yeah, interesting.
It is interesting. I
was gonna say, you've done new council stuff, have you?
I've been called by council people just to sort of, inquire about things, and I've had public call the council to ask about snake catchers and then pass my number on for like Birdwood and Gumaraka and stuff like that.
Did you contact them to give them details?
I spoke to someone from Gumaraka before the season started, and they said, "Oh, can we just put your number down on our thing as a snake catcher for the area?" I'm like, "Yeah, no worries. That's all good." But yeah, apart from that, I haven't spoken to anyone unless they've called me. Yeah. But I haven't had to go out to sort of council land to do one. It's just more so them inquiring.
Again, like this end is like a lot less urban sprawl.
Yeah.
Like I said before, so it's probably not as much going to happen.
Nah, that's it. But again, like if they pass my number on to people that call them, then, I'm happy about that as well.
Yeah.
So
how far does Adelaide Hills Council go? Does that go all the way down to, is that a massive area?
Yeah. Well, we're sort of right on the edge of it up here, because One Tree Hill's not part of it.
That goes
Kersbrook's the most northern point, I think.
Yeah,
and then obviously it goes to Barossa, heading to Williamstown.
Yeah, it's not that far away from you, so you're at this end of it.
Yeah, so. Right at this end of it.
Does it go all the way to Mount Barker?
Yeah.
Oh,
does it?
Or do they have their own?
Mount Barker might just be out of it.
They'd have their own council. Probably.
Yeah. But we're right at the top end.
Yeah.
Top end of it, and then it's literally Barossa Council on the way to Williamstown. So right next to you anyway, pretty well.
Yeah.
So
it's funny how they have also on that, like the different how they contact people too. Like Light Council, they just send everyone to me. If anyone calls them or they need anyone, they just refer me straight away.
Yeah.
But then Barossa Council, they had a thing for a while there. They weren't allowed to show preference, so they had to I went in there one time, there's no one else here that does it. Like, if you're not giving, but now I think they just give out my number now. Yeah. I mean, fair enough. There's someone else, you'd give a few numbers and see what happens.
Options.
Yeah. But because I'm the only one, I'm like,
everyone else is over an hour away.
Yeah, exactly. You don't, really need to do that. But
and you don't want them coming up here anyway, so
not really. Yeah. Depends who it is.
Well, there wouldn't be many you want coming up here.
Well, no one really wants to either. So.
Unless they're not doing anything themselves, and then they'll send people out.
Yeah, well, that too, yeah.
But anyway.
Yeah. You got another one?
So, I've got another one for an Eastern Brown. This was an interesting one as well. It was after that wet weekend we had a couple of weeks ago.
Oh, yeah.
It was on the Monday, and the Monday was still pretty wet. It rained all day from memory. And I got a call. It was Mount Pleasant, but it was closer to the Birdwood side of Mount Pleasant.
Yeah.
If that makes sense. From building company that were building a home out there.
Yeah.
The bloke who rang me lives in Kersbrook though, so he had my number anyway.
Yeah.
And so a couple of our lads have just found a snake on the roof. I'm like, excuse me? They've just, got to work, setting up to, continue roofing, and they've gone up and lifted something up that was on there, and there was a brown snake sitting under it.
That's nuts.
And he shat himself, as you would. And yeah, just wondering if you can come out and get it. I'm like, yeah, easy. Just send me the address and I'll head straight out. Um, Again, it was a really cool morning, so I'd say he's not going to go too far.
Nah,
Um,
especially on like cool tin too.
cool
It
tin.
wouldn't
It
have
had been
warmed up.
raining all night
Yeah,
and all
he
that
probably wouldn't be able to get
morning.
much grip to get like move on there if it
Yeah,
was still dewy on there.
yeah.
Yeah,
So I got out there. I just said to him, "Yeah, just let your boys know just to keep an eye on him if he does move or anything." Like, yeah, no worries, that's all good. By the time I got out there, he had actually moved a little bit and come off the roof. Um, he probably fell. I don't know.
he's on the ground.
He
Was
was
it?
on the ground when I got there. But again, got there, the boys were keeping an eye on him. And he was literally just sort of sitting out, very slowly moving along this work site. And I literally was able just to grab him and put him in the bag. It was a very simple catch that could have been very interesting if it had stayed on the roof, because a wet roof and a brown snake
No, at
wouldn't
least
have been a great combo.
yeah,
But he was very, very cold and lethargic. And
yeah,
if he had fallen off the roof, he'd probably a bit sore as
yeah.
well.
She saw ribs.
Yeah, yeah. But again, that was just one that was not expected for a Monday morning
No.
for one on a roof.
Yeah.
And like the lads that were there were telling me, it's like, yeah, we literally put that section of roof up on Friday. So he would have got up there on either the Saturday or Sunday. And yeah, they found him on the Monday.
I mean, well, that sort of thing makes sense if it was like rising. We didn't have that much rain, really, so like it's not like rising water would have
Nah,
like,
that wouldn't
caused him to go up
nah, nah. So
there, and how he would have got up there.
unless something went up there that he was in when they put it up there, but
What did they? What was he sitting under?
oh, what was it? It was a piece of gutter that hadn't been fixed on because it was sort of a two-level
Right. Yeah.
thing, and he was sort of on the bottom level, just sort of under that bit.
Hmm. That's
So yeah, he was just sitting under there. One of them got up on the ladder, lifted up the thing, and holy fuck! And yeah, he was just sitting there.
yes. Yeah.
Yeah, really,
Interesting.
really interesting. And they again, they said, yeah, we literally put that bit up on Friday arvo before we knocked off, and then no one was there Saturday or Sunday,
Yeah.
and then he was there.
Would have been interesting to know how we got up there.
It would have been. It would have been. But again, it was quite a simple catch, which could have been a very interesting situation. Nice long snake. He was a bit thin. I'd say he was probably pretty old.
Yeah.
Because he was quite long, but yeah, on the thinner side. But I held him for a day just until it stopped raining, and then went and released him.
Yeah.
In a nice spot. I mean, out there's heaps of spots.
Yeah.
You can go to. It's literally just scrub and paddock
Yeah.
between Mount Pleasant and Birdwood. So yeah,
Yeah. Nice.
it was interesting for sure. Because that was the first one I've had on a roof.
Yeah. Yeah. Interesting.
Yeah.
I'm sure the audio will be fine.
Yeah, surely. Surely. We've just started this again because we've just recorded our guest episode,
Yeah.
which is going out before this one. So hopefully you all enjoyed that episode.
Yeah.
No, it was a good episode. It was
good.
good. So back to the catch up.
Yes.
What have you got?
Where is it? Oh, so yeah, another hatchie out back in Freeling. Again. This would have been a few days after this other one. Yeah, it was inside. Little hatchie inside. Well, again, they said 30 centimeters or something, but it ended up being a hatchie.
Yeah.
Got there, and it actually went positively in one way that normally doesn't. It was behind, which would have turned out if it was behind where they said it was, it would have been an absolute pain in the ass.
Yeah, okay.
Just so small. But in the time it took me to get there, I got there and they came out and was like, oh, it's moved. I'm like, oh. And the guy was like, oh, it's moved. And it came out, so we put a container over it. I'm like, yes.
Perfect.
So I got there and this little hatchy Eastern Brown was just in the middle of the floor and they put a container over it.
Yeah, nice.
But yeah, that was that was a good one. They lived on like a fairly big sort of residential property block with not much around, like, because they almost had like their block and then another block next door, but there's like nothing there. There's a couple piles of wood, so it's hard to tell if there would have been more or not. I used to sort of always tell people that if it's a fresh hatchet, they could potentially get another one.
Yeah, yeah.
So you just gotta be mindful of that. But But yeah, I sort of had a bit of a scare around. Normally, like if you get a hatch in, you sort of say like, "Oh, we'll have a bit of a poke around," to sort of if you may get lucky and
Then see another one.
see another
Yeah.
one. But
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever had that
I
happen.
haven't had that happen. I
So
don't think. I found hatchies while I've been looking for other snakes, but I
yeah,
haven't gone to a hatchie and found another hatchie.
nah,
Yeah.
um, yeah, but that was pretty easy. Like I said, like the last obviously it's been like quietish as it's started to cool down, but it's been like all hatchies, really.
Yeah.
That I've uh, probably caught more hatchies than last season. I think.
Oh, definitely.
Easily.
Definitely.
Um, but
I
yeah,
mean, I mean, I haven't caught that many hatchies, but I've still caught more than last season.
yeah,
Like last season was just there was a couple, but
just so
that
hot.
was that was
Just
it.
no
Yeah,
rain. Yeah,
yeah, really, not too many.
yeah. But that was found it being a hatchie too. Obviously, be a bit more lenient where you take them, but um, yeah, took them to another good spot out that way. So
Yeah, nice.
hopefully
Nice.
should. I know that's it. Yeah, it's all right. I caught one of these hatches that had a food item in its belly, but it wasn't that one.
Oh,
It was
different one.
it was the next one.
Different
So.
one.
But yeah, that's that. So
Yeah. Yeah. My next one was red belly. That was down Anglevale.
no, that's all right.
Yeah. Normally a cooler that I would pass on,
Yeah,
being up in the hills. Anglevale is probably 40 minutes from where I am, 35, 40. Just going the back way through all the suburbs and
yeah,
windy shit. But I was in Gawler at the time, so I was 10 minutes away. So I
yeah,
thought, yeah, I'll go do that. The description I got was red belly seen in the sort of backyard, gone into a little sort of shrub garden area. I was like, cool, I'm only 10 minutes away, I'll come out.
yeah,
Um, when I got there, because again, red belly and Anglevale, like you think, where the hell am I going to release it if I catch it?
yeah,
But I'll get onto that as the story goes. So get out there again. I was in Gawler, so I was only 10 minutes away, which was nice and convenient. And I'm glad I did go out to this one because it was the melanistic one.
oh, that's right.
But got out there. They said, "Yep, he went in here. We've been watching the whole time. It was her and her partner. I think, great, you've had eyes on it." And they showed me exactly where it went in. And there was a couple of plant pots that were sort of jammed together.
Yeah,
I think, okay, I'll start here. Pulled one out. Sure enough, he's sitting right in there. I think, oh, great, there he is. That was nice and easy. And as soon as I saw him, I like looking at him, you know, okay, that's melanistic.
yeah,
Just did not have any red
yeah,
on him whatsoever.
yeah,
So melanistic red belly. This is first one for this season.
yeah,
That I'd caught, but out Anglevale of all places.
yeah,
The house itself was right on the river. Like
yeah.
literally, house river was literally going behind
Right
it.
there, yeah,
So he's obviously come up from the river. But got this thing out. It was pretty fiery. Wasn't overly warm day.
Mm.
It was probably low 20s. But this thing he was going off his jobs.
pissy.
Yeah.
Didn't like the look of you.
No, evidently. I don't blame him. So I got him in the bag. That's all good. Got some photos of him while I was sort of in the situation. Because again, you don't catch a melanistic red belly every day.
No.
And then, yeah, all good. Got back in the car. Was sitting in the car for a little bit looking to see where I could take him.
Yeah.
Because again, if you go, like, it's so hard to get to the river because it's all just properties along it. So I was sitting in there for probably a good, how long would it have been? When did I message you? Probably 15, 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Trying to find a spot. Then they were sort of milling around doing stuff and they come over like, oh, you all good? Like, yeah, I'm just trying to find a spot to release him. Hopefully somewhere along this river. And then they're like, oh, just go down that track there. It goes down about 1 kilometre and just release him back on the river on the property. I'm like,
So these are the customers.
sweet. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah, these are
sweet,
the customers. I'm
Yeah.
like, oh, fantastic. So I literally went down this track between all the grapevines, literally popped back out along the river, and I went down and, released him right there.
That's ideal.
I was thinking, oh, sweet.
Yeah,
'Cause-
it's nice when they get there when they're on board, like especially when it's a red like that.
Yeah. Again, they just didn't want it around their house because they had dogs.
Mm.
They said it was the first snake they'd seen this season as well.
Yeah.
For the area, it was sort of a bit of a surprise.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was just sitting in there trying to find somewhere, and I thought I had, but as soon as you get out to places, it's never what you think on.
No, and you
on
can't get
yeah.
in there or something.
But they just, oh, you're right. I'm like, yeah, just trying to find a spot to release him. Oh, just go back down the river a bit. He'll be right. Oh, sweet. So yeah, he went back out. Excuse me. Along the river, yeah, about a kilometre away from their house on the
So
same property. So
it's ideal, isn't it?
it was perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah. Um, again for a melanistic one, like what are the chances of catching one out there
Yeah.
just randomly?
When you first said, I'm like, what? Then like you forget that Gawler River runs through.
Gawler
there.
River runs straight through.
So it does make sense, but at the same time, it's not. I've never caught a red out there.
No, I hadn't either. This was the first one.
Yeah.
First red I caught out there, and it was a melanistic one.
Yeah.
Wasn't small. It was an adult snake.
Yeah.
So, obviously it survived till this long.
Yeah, big, yeah.
So yeah, there might be a population out there as well
Yeah.
of the melanistic ones.
Yeah, because they've all been in a similar spot. Yeah, for me anyway.
Williamstown.
Williamstown was like pretty much 3 or 4 of them.
My other one was a paracomb.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did get one in Eden Valley, so that was an outlier. But,
Yeah.
I think that's all.
Yeah.
So far.
No, well, even for, like you said, even for reds down on the plains, like
In general.
yeah. Like you get a few in Gawler.
Yeah.
This was the first red I'd got
Out
further
that way.
out on the plains.
Yeah.
Yeah. But again, it was a nice little snake. Again, made it just that bit better that it was a melanistic one. And yeah, got a couple of photos on release, and yeah, it was happy days.
I guess like because it's a bit more, I don't know, arid's the right word, more farming, sort of flat, nothing around. Sort of,
Agricultural.
they're more likely just to stay in the creek.
Stick on the creek.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and not venture out of that.
Yeah.
'Cause there's not really much habitat for them out apart from that, so that probably might play into it.
I'd say it would. The river obviously wasn't flowing. It
Yeah.
was damp in the bottom, but there was no water.
It's good to know. It's obviously where he came from.
It-
So
100% he would have come from there.
yeah,
So at least he was able to go back there.
Yeah.
Again, a kilometre down
yeah,
the river on the same property.
yeah.
So
Yeah, it's
yeah.
ideal. Yeah,
Yeah, absolutely ideal. So yeah, that was a good one. Quick job there in 10 minutes. I was there for a while trying to find the bloody release spot before they said I could go down the track.
yeah,
But yeah, nice easy one. That was last Saturday, I think.
Yeah.
That one. Yeah. Yeah. And again, good to get another melanistic red belly.
yeah. 100%.
That's one a season I'm averaging so far. So
Yeah, I didn't caught one this season, so
we'll see what happens next season. Unless I somehow manage to catch another one this season, but I doubt it with how things are slowing down.
catching our Beano Brown. Have you seen them?
I have.
I've seen one video. I've
seen, yeah.
well, one photo of one that I've seen.
They'd get picked off so quickly.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Yeah.
They probably would happen
It would happen,
like
but
pretty often, but they just get picked off.
they'd get picked off so quickly. Yeah. I think if you're going to catch one, it's going to be a hatchie.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, what else you got for us?
Another hatchie?
Another hatchie.
Actually, no, I'll break it up. There's another one in Anguston that Will came with for me.
Yeah.
He ended up doing it, but I was there. And this snake, they'd seen this about a metre long snake, and it ended up being smaller than that. In their retaining, went into their retaining.
Oh, the retaining wall one, yeah.
Sort of talked them through it for a bit, and I'm like, oh, it's probably, probably not much chance. There is a chance, but it's probably, it's 50-50 whether we can actually get him out, whether we can get access to him or whatever. Got there and I think flashed a light in the crack that or the little hole he went into, and saw scales going past.
Yeah.
Of course, he was obviously in there. And then it tried a few different things, and then just sort of resorted to the water. And apparently, this guy that did the retaining went up heaps far. And apparently, he did it all properly, and it was all core filled with concrete.
Yeah, okay.
So it was only like the bottom sort of stretch that was actually hollow.
Yeah, yeah.
So when we put water in there, it actually did fill up.
Yeah.
And then he, sure enough, poked his little head out.
Yeah, nice. Nice.
And came out. So
it was quite small.
Yeah.
That one.
He's probably only like 600 or something.
Yeah.
They'd found a skin there too, not long before that. So whether that was, they are not a perfect little spot. So he could have, they're just like, oh, we haven't never seen one, but we saw a skin the other day.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, it sort of doesn't a lot of the time they shed their skin and move through, but also if he was living in the retaining wall, it's not necessarily means you're going to see him either.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Where was this one? Sorry,
Angaston,
Angaston. Yeah.
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 But yeah, it was good. Yeah, good to get onto that one.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, it was a yeah. What could have been a pain in the ass turned out to be pretty straightforward.
Yeah.
Uh, how long did it take to flush out in the end?
I don't think it was too long.
Yeah.
Probably 5 or 10 minutes.
Nah, that's all right. Yeah.
I think he popped his head out, went back in, then came out properly.
Typical of what they
Normally do, yeah.
It can go either way.
Yeah.
With jobs like that. Again, 5-10 minutes, or 2 hours,
Yeah.
and everything in between.
Yeah, exactly.
The joys of retaining walls,
Yeah.
which yeah,
I haven't had too many of them really this season.
out
either,
of
but
you,
I've flushed a couple and managed to manipulate a few out of certain spots. But
yeah, yeah, yeah. It's just been a different season.
Yeah, just
this year, which we'll talk about when we do a sort of recap
yeah,
of everything.
ebbs and flows.
Yeah, that's
And
it.
that's the thing. Over like a 5-year period, it probably averages out to
Yeah.
Pretty
Over
normal.
one time, it would,
Yeah.
for sure. Yeah. What have I got? One more, which was the one you sent me out to the other day in Gawler. Eastern brown snake that had been seen about lunchtime,
oh yeah,
going around the place.
yeah,
That managed to get itself stuck. What was this? It was a sort of townhouse little area, community sort of thing. And it was at the letterboxes out the front. All the communal letterboxes are all there. And the front fence was tin, which was sort of just connect against the brick
yeah, right,
like that.
yeah,
This snake had been seen sort of moving around, and they were like, yeah, all right, it's just going to move off, which it probably would have.
yeah,
But it decided to go up the letterboxes. It was on the smaller side, probably 2.5 foot.
yeah,
Up the gaps in the bricks where the letterboxes are, and try to go through the sheet of tin.
yeah.
But in doing so, it got itself stuck
Mhm.
going through. Tried to come back through the other side and got itself even more stuck.
Yeah, right.
So then they rang you.
Yeah,
You sent me out, and from what you said, it sounded like it was stuck in mesh or something like that. From when you were sort of explaining it,
yeah. I didn't really get
too much info.
yeah, yeah. I think I did say fence. I think, but I didn't know what.
Oh, my head went to mesh fence or something like that.
Yeah, I'm not.
He just got stuck
Yeah,
in that.
Yeah.
But yeah, he got himself stuck between the tin and the bricks, and he was off the ground about 1 meter.
Yeah, right.
So he'd gone up it a fair bit and then tried to get through.
Yeah,
And just got stuck in there. And I pulled up. There was a couple of people watching it just to make sure it didn't get itself out and go somewhere, which it didn't when I got there. It was a pretty simple catch. I could literally just peel the tin back
yeah,
from the bottom.
yeah.
Like,
It was enough to get it out.
and enough to get it out. I could grab its tail safely because it was sort of stuck, probably not even a third down its body, around its sort of end of its neck
Yeah,
area. So I could grab its tail, peel the tin back enough, and it literally just dropped
easy.
straight out.
Yeah,
Looked a bit sore around the neck, sort of back neck area where it was stuck.
yeah,
But held it for 24 hours and it was fine.
yeah,
So went back out and released it. Not a great spot where it was to try and find somewhere to release it, but I did find a nice spot away from houses or anything like that, and released it.
yeah. Nice.
So yeah, it would have been a bit sore, but I've seen them survive worse injuries than that.
100%.
So
Yeah. Crazy what they survived.
yeah.
So.
Yeah, it again, the extent may have been a couple of broken ribs from where it was struggling around where it was
Yeah.
stuck, but again, that's nothing really for
Well,
a snake. Yeah, compared to
What
some
they
things they go through.
come up against. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Um,
Any more for you?
one more. Another hatchie.
Another hatchie.
Yeah, this one was, funnily enough, like I've said top before, like I get a bit of other work like carpentry work from snake calls. and this one was a carpentry job that I got a snake call from. So this one was like, yeah, I'd replaced a floor in there for them like this time last year. Oh, yeah, probably June last year or something like that.
Yeah.
And they rang me up and like, oh, we got a little a little baby in the. They were from Victoria, so they were calling it a copperhead. They didn't know what they were looking at.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm like, oh yeah, no worries. And I was just happened to be, yeah, like 2 minutes. It was in Newry, but I was down the street anyway, so I was like 2 minutes away.
Yeah.
And they put a container over it and got there and
Nah, easy.
yeah, it was a little hatchy Eastern Brown. It had a little food item in its belly. Kind of looked skinky or rodenty sort of thing, like sort of
Lumpy. Yeah.
something.
Yeah.
So I reckon that's probably the first time in a long time I've caught a fresh hatchie with a feed in its belly, which is a good sign.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just,
Absolutely.
at least releasing them, they've got something in their belly.
Yeah. That'd probably be the one that makes it through winter. Yeah.
A bit of a pain in the ass spot. It was like the main street, but it was sort of up towards the high school sort of thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like towards the highway and like kind of a weird spot, kind of not. Just a bit of a pain. Like I'm just sort of glad it was a hatchie, to be honest, because you sort of, like I said, be a bit more lenient where we sort of take them.
Yeah.
Sort of thing.
Yeah.
And no, they're not really established yet. Even though I guess he did have a food item, so he'd worked out that, but still managed to find a half decent spot.
Yeah, that's
Not
it.
too far away,
That's
which is good. But yeah, like most of the jobs in the last week or two are just hatchies.
Hatchies.
Which is like, I guess, not uncommon, but
I've had the opposite. I haven't had any in the last couple of weeks. There was
yeah.
a few when it sort of first started with the hatchies, and then it's just been regular sized snakes, which I'll take every day of the week.
And funnily enough, like this is Sunday, and then yesterday was just overcast and crap, so no calls, and we decided to do the podcast this afternoon. I've had 2 calls while I've been here, but they both were just sort of wait and see. Yeah. And then they both sort of pretty much moved on by themselves. So
yeah. It's meant to be a bit nicer this week, so there might be a couple more.
See what happens.
Yeah. That's it. But at this stage in the season, it's wrapping up.
Yeah.
Well, it's going to be April in 2 days, so
yeah, it's true.
So yeah, it's 29th today at time of recording.
It's getting away, isn't it?
Yeah.
Almost time for our trip.
Yes, absolutely, absolutely. Oh, I fucking hope that everything just stays and goes ahead like normal.
Yeah, but
doesn't fuck up. We've booked it all. It should be all good.
Yeah.
Oh, so keen.
Yeah.
So keen just to get away.
Yeah.
Again.
This is actually the first time I've been on like a dedicated herp trip too.
Yeah.
Like I've gone, it's always been like holidays where we've not really gone there. Like going there with family or friends or something like that, and no one else is interested, and you got to try and duck away and do it.
Yeah, and just try.
I've never sort of been.
It's
never had the chance to have like a dedicated trip, so I'm pretty pumped about it.
Yeah. We'll fucking hit it hard.
Yeah.
Good place to go as well
it will be
for a herb trip. Again, I've been to this place 5 times.
Yeah.
Again, I've seen stuff, but I haven't done a proper herb there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I feel like we're armed with a fair amount of information, so
yeah,
we should be able to nail it. I hope.
Hopefully, come across stuff.
Yeah.
You'll just have to tear me away when I keep taking photos of everything. Birds.
Yeah, birds.
Oh, there's some fucking birds I really want to see when I'm over there and actually get photos of.
Yeah.
Hornbills.
Yeah. Oh, that'd be sick.
Yeah. I've seen them there before, but I haven't photographed them. I photographed a few last year in Borneo.
Oh, yeah.
But I want better ones.
Yeah.
So you'll have to tear me away from birds to go look for snakes. But
you have to tear me away from going.
It'll be good. It'll be good.
I don't want to outright say that because of where we're going, but and the law surrounding it. But you get my pitch. You catch what I'm throwing.
Oh yeah. Most of the stuff should just sit there nicely anyway for us.
Yeah, that's on the point, Brett.
I know. One species in particular.
Yeah.
One species.
Yeah.
You have to if you find it.
Oh yeah. I think we've been a bit too cryptic, but
we'll do a full episode on this of sort of where we're going and what we're hoping to sort of find.
Whether we do,
we'll do another episode talking about how we didn't find everything we wanted to.
Yeah. I was sort of thinking like we'd obviously do something around that.
Yeah.
But whether, yeah, you could almost make an episode about talking about what we're going to do
Yeah,
before we go or something.
I reckon we could. And then obviously a recap after
We'll try and
as well,
so sort of keep this for
right before we go.
yeah, but even just like the talking side of it, obviously for this. But then we're obviously going to film a heap of stuff
Yeah, hopefully
while
we
we're
get
there.
some.
Hopefully, we get some good stuff to share on the socials and stuff like that.
Yeah,
So
yeah, you'd think so.
be nice.
You'd think so. But yeah, that's coming up in June.
Just got to control the other muppet that's coming. Literally told him we're going to have to put him on a leash.
Literally. No, it'd be entertaining to say the least.
Yeah.
So. No, it'd be good. I think we'll leave it there.
Yeah.
This one might be a bit shorter, but there's honestly not been that much to talk about.
Yeah. We sort of need to still get
Yeah,
out of that. So
there might be a few more calls to talk about over the next couple of weeks, but we might wait and do a sort of season recap
yeah.
once it sort of actually really dies off
Yeah.
through April. So yeah, I think we'll leave it there.
Yeah.
And yeah, thanks for listening, everyone. Make sure to like, comment, share, subscribe. This one is going out after the guest episode, so the guest episode will be this week, and then this one the week after. I don't know what episode number this is going to be. 23 maybe. Yeah, something like that. But yeah, we'll guest episode this one, and then in a couple of weeks we'll record a couple more, hopefully with another guest.
Yeah.
Would be nice again now that the season's
that's pretty much the
wrapping up.
angle we sort of go to. We'll probably mix a lot topics and
guests
really.
Yeah.
So.
Like I said, we should get a fair bit of content out of our trip.
Yeah.
With hopefully 4 or 5 guests in the second part of it.
Yeah.
That would be good.
Yeah.
But yeah, we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
So yeah, thanks for listening, everyone, and we'll see you in the next one.
See ya.